What's up, everybody? You are back on the Other Side podcast, the show where we dive into stories of relentless resilience, bold ambition, and the unstoppable human spirit. Today, I am beyond excited to bring you a conversation with a fighter who has not only carved out a name for herself in the brutally raw world of bare knuckle fighting, but also achieved greatness. Fight fans, it is my great pleasure to introduce you to the BKFC featherweight champion of the world, the Black Widow, Jessica Borga. How's it going, Jessica?
Amazing. Thank you so much for having me on. I appreciate that. The introduction meant a lot to me.
Thank you. It took 3 hours.
It was perfect. It was perfect.
Awesome, awesome. All right, let's start at the very beginning. Tell me about growing up. Tell me about being a kid. What was family life like?
Honestly, because of my past, I don't remember much of my childhood. There are, of course, bits and pieces that I do remember, and it was a lot of violence on my dad's side. So there was
Whatever
a lot
you're
of domestic.
comfortable with. I don't want to press you.
Oh no, I actually love sharing that side of me is because it made me who I am today. So all the stuff that I went through, all the stuff that, having a father that tried to, kill you multiple times, mainly because of alcohol, but he
Hmm.
was still very verbally abusive and physically abusive even without the alcohol. So I mean, he just, just being raised in that, I feel like it was something that made me refuse to be like my father as well. That's why I don't drink. I'm very much like my father when I did drink when I was younger and stupid and didn't have a purpose in life. But it made me who I am. I extremely I look at the past and I really hold it dear to me in a way, even though people were like, a lot of people, there's types of people. One that like let it anchor them down and not actually let it
Hmm.
use it as fuel. So they anchor it
Right.
down and use it as an excuse rather than fuel. And I'm the example of fuel. I
Okay.
wanted to make something more of myself. I came from nothing. I came from a rinky dink, Polk County. If anyone
Hmm.
knows Polk County, Polk County. So it came from nothing and wanted to make sure that I made something of myself for myself, my family, and prove to the world, who I am.
Awesome. When did you first fall in love with combat sports, and what drew you to it?
I actually got started later in life in combat sports. I was continuing the cycle with exes of the domestic violence, and finally, I started training. Just getting myself healthier and in shape, and that confidence
Okay.
started growing. And I'm like, you know what? No, I deserve better than this. I'm not going to continue this cycle. My son was a big part of that as well. I did not want him to endure what I had to do, to go
Yeah.
through, and that's what made my whole mind shaped into a different aspect of what I was going to do with my life, my purpose. So I started training as self-defense, and the moment I stepped in there and started training self-defense, I fell in love with it. It was my passion. It
Hmm.
became everything to me, my purpose, and I wanted to help inspire others to do the same.
Awesome. Before BKFC, you had a career in MMA. Talk to me about that journey and what did you learn?
Oh man, MMA, any combat sport honestly will teach you so much about yourself. I really highly recommend anyone doing it, even if they don't want to do it competitively, just doing it for self-defense and your mind. Your mind and having a healthy mind is so crucial for anything in life. It's not just for, the competitive aspect of sports and stuff like that. It is so thoroughly important and vital to have an important mind. We talked about this before, it's so important, and people underutilize working out and it's like the most underutilized antidepressant. No
Yeah.
medications needed. If you just train, you feel better, you look better, you have that more confidence. It helps your mind in aspects that you wouldn't even realize.
Okay. What does the nickname the Black Widow mean to you, and how did it come about?
I honestly, even to this day, let me tell you, I was scheduling an appointment today, and my email is blackwidowborga@gmail.com. So
Okay.
every time I say Black Widow, I get a freaking laugh. Like it's like an Avengers or something, like. So I get that a lot. I didn't like it at first, but my MMA coach actually gave me that name, and I thought it was because I had a black widow on the back of my neck, a tattoo of a black widow on the back of
Okay.
my neck, and I thought that's just it has a good ring to it, just the Black
Hmm.
Widow Borga. And I didn't like it at first, but then finally a year later I asked him, I'm like, so why did you give me that name, the Black Widow? And he's like, I said, I assumed it was because of the tattoo. He's like, no, it's because you're, this pretty blonde chick that came in and just started throwing around the guys like rag dolls, like just dominating the guys. And it just reminded me of a Black Widow, they're pretty, but they'll fuck you up.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Then I
great.
started liking it a little bit more.
Yeah, it's perfect. Absolutely. What inspired you to step into bare knuckle, and how did you mentally prepare for that transition?
I guess that kind of rings with, I didn't really finish the other question either about like
Oh, I'm
how
sorry.
the transition from MMA to bare knuckle. And what it has taught me. Honestly, MMA teaches you so much about yourself. So I love that I started with MMA. I love Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I'm a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So I love, 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 love the challenges and what it teaches you, because it's you're out there raw, uncut by yourself, it's a challenge. I love that kind of challenge. But the moment I did bare knuckle boxing, it was a completely different, like, I got out of my contract with Bellator. I had one fight left on my contract and I asked to be released so that I could fight my first BKFC fight. And it was over from there, man. I never have felt the way I did when, I fought bare knuckle with MMA. I got to go where my heart is, and this is where I found this is my home. This is where I was meant to be. This is the whole journey led me to here, and this is where I'm meant to be. So I'm here to stay.
Hell yeah. All right. How did you end up signing with the BKFC? Were there other suitors, or was that the goal?
That was honestly, the BKFC is the best bare knuckle promotion, and I think everyone knows that. But honestly, they reached out to me, and I didn't have any other. I had other options, but
Mhm.
there was no doubt. They offered me more. They are the best promotion in the world. I want to be with the best, so it was an easy pick.
There you go. All right. November 5th, 2022. You take on Sarah Click in your BKFC debut. How did that fight play out, and what were your thoughts and feelings afterwards?
Honestly, it was my debut with bare knuckle. I honestly always felt at home with bare knuckle, though. I wasn't worried about my first bare knuckle. I knew I was going to be good at it. I grew up fighting on the streets. I knocked out grown men's and at bars. It was normal. It was actually very
Allegedly.
exciting. Yeah, allegedly. Yeah, yeah. So it was always normal for me. It was natural for me. So I wasn't worried in that aspect. I was actually happy that Sarah Click was a last minute replacement. The first girl I had was like a nobody. I didn't really like that. I get the whole debut thing, but I'm a veteran in combat sports, so
Right.
like I wanted more of a challenge. I like to test myself. I don't care about like the credentials. It excites me more if they're better. And the fact that Sarah Click stepped up and she had already fought for a championship
Hmm.
and bare knuckles. So she lasted longer than anyone, honestly, so far. So I was really happy that she stepped up and she was more of a veteran in the bare knuckle, and it was more of a challenge. So
All right. Your second time towing the line, you took on Katharina Lehner. Is that how it's pronounced?
I believe
Okay.
Katarina Lane, yeah, something like that. Close
There
enough.
we go. I'm a redneck from Arkansas. I did pretty good on that one. Uh, in Clearwater, Florida, and a pattern starts to emerge. Talk about that 41-second performance.
Honestly, since I've been with my first fight with BKFC, I was with a different gym. I transitioned over after that fight, and I think it's shown how much I've progressed and how, I mean, they're both great. It's just when you get with the elite people that I am with now,
Hmm.
Shift Combat, like the team we have is just incredible, and I think it has shown each fight how much progression I've shown and how I just keep getting better. I've just started this sport, and I'm progressing every day. So I gotta thank my team for that, because I think that's shown a lot.
All right. Um, your most recent fight just happened April 5th, last month, around a month ago. We got some stuff to unpack here. First, I want to know just about experiencing Dubai. What was that like?
Oh, it was incredible. I think that everyone should go there at least once in their life. I'm a big firm, like, advocate for traveling anyway. I really do
Hmm.
think that it will change your view on the world, if you get to experience different cultures and stuff like
Yeah.
that. I'm a big advocate for that. So I think that anyone and everyone should travel as much as they can while they're young, because it's a lot harder to do when you get, older.
Hmm.
So experiencing Dubai was incredible. I would go back in a heartbeat, and I plan to.
There you go.
So I definitely recommend it.
Okay. Your opponent for the BKFC inaugural Women's Featherweight Championship belt was Hannah Rankin. What were your thoughts on her as an opponent going into the fight?
And everyone knew we had bad beef. But now I don't take away anything from her credentials. I mean, she was
Right.
a two-time world champion boxer. I don't underestimate any of my opponents. I do know that I bring something different with bare knuckle, and I am a different breed, and I don't see anyone beating me in this sport. But like I said, I don't underestimate anyone. I always train as if I'm going against the best of the best. And, I'm not taking away anything. She went the distance with Clarissa Shields. So she
Hmm.
definitely had experience. She definitely had a lot of credentials, and, she is who she is. But yeah, I had bad blood. So I
Gotcha.
liked how it finished.
Yeah, for sure. The lead up and the weigh-ins got extremely heated, and I'm sure you've been asked 100 times already about that. What was the original source of the beef? Who said what?
Honestly, I gave her respect at first, and then she
Hmm.
started coming in as if she said, I'm here to take over, and she was very disrespectful, saying that I didn't come up to her and say hi or whatever. She made it out to be like I'm the villain, even though I
Okay.
gave her nothing but respect at first. I said, well, all in all, you said you're here to take over, and I'm the only one you could take it from. So, you know,
Yeah.
come try to take it.
There you
but
go.
but I mean, I said what I said, and I said I don't care about being the villain in anyone's story. I gave her props at first, and she turned it around and wanted to spit
Hmm.
that. So if you want to turn it around, that's going to end worse for whoever it is. I don't. The whole MMA career that I've had, the whole like my entire career, I haven't had bad blood with, but maybe one other person.
Hmm.
So it doesn't happen often, but when it does, like I told her at weigh-in, like yeah, I didn't have a problem with my other two opponents, and you saw how that went for them.
Hmm.
So I mean, it is what it is. It fuels me in a different way. So,
Yeah, that's
and don't
great.
touch me. Don't freaking touch me. She touched me at press conference and weigh-in, and she put her fit like, don't touch me. You can get this close, close,
Hmm.
close to my face. It is a universal thing. Don't touch me. I am not the one.
It's the most scared I've ever seen David Feldman. The
Yeah,
look
he
on
was.
his face, he was terrified.
I know he was
Sorry,
not
Dave.
happy, but I'm not going to tolerate it either. Though you're not
Sure.
going to touch me and get away with it. Like I'm not going to allow you to just keep doing what you want with me. I am just not that type of person. Never have been. Never will be.
Yep.
So, and don't get mad about the consequences of your own actions. So, and I
Yeah.
didn't hit her hard enough to knock her out. I purposely just tagged her. I
Hmm.
just was like, "Don't touch me." If I wanted to knock you out, I would have knocked you out.
Yeah. Yeah. If I can do this over here on this stage, what am I going to do in the ring?
Exactly. I wanted to win that title, so I wasn't going to knock her out, but I was going to let her know not to touch me.
That's great. All right. It's fight night, Dubai Tennis Center. The belt is on the line. You're face to face, and the bell rings. Walk me through the short fight.
Honestly, I was the most calm I've ever been.
Okay.
I honestly, I feel like I'm getting more calm and more comfortable the more I do this sport as well. And I've always been, like I said, I was comfortable to begin with, but now I'm just like,
Hmm.
this is easy for me, no matter what, I just feel ready. But the whole 26 seconds, I honestly didn't expect for her to come at me like she did. I thought she was
Hmm.
going, her plan, I thought she was going to be to outbox me because she's had more experience in
Makes
boxing. I
sense.
thought, yeah, I thought she was going to, play that field.
Hmm.
So she came at me, and I think their game plan was thinking that if I was the one bullied instead of me being the bully, that it would win the fight. And that's just not how it is. I don't care if I'm the bully or someone's coming at me. It's not going to save you.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. That
But
was
yeah,
so
I
awesome.
saw it. I saw everything, that she came at me, and I dodged. I think I got hit one time with all the punches she threw. I got hit one time, and I dodged all the rest of them, and I saw the punch, I set it up, and I doubled it up.
I can't imagine. Describe the exact moment, the millisecond you realized it was over and you were the champion. What flies through your head? I can imagine almost like a whole lifetime in a millisecond goes through.
It is. It's hard to even put into words because it's like a flash. You know, at
Hmm.
first I didn't know for sure she was knocked out and she was coming in, and I kind of like, you could see that I pulled her down because I thought she was coming in. So I was using I was using my MMA, you know, to kind
Hmm.
of dodge out of the way and step out of the way. But as soon as she hit the mat, I knew that I had got the first ever knockout for female ever in bare knuckle history, and I manifested that. I proclaimed I was going to be the one to do it, make history, and just that all coming together. You know, the
Hmm.
win, the making history, the it's surreal, man. It's just out of this world. Like the feeling is unexplainable, and nothing else can touch that feeling.
I can't imagine. How many days was it before you felt your feet on the ground?
Man, I was in Dubai for like a week after. Oh man, so it took me to get back, and I feel like really hit me, and I've been doing, you know, interviews and stuff like that, but I don't even know if it's even fully hit me yet, to be honest with you.
Do you take your belt everywhere? You know, I know Tim Sylvia, former UFC heavyweight champion, when he won the belt, he wore it to the grocery store, he wore it in the truck. What do you
Yeah,
Does yours
no.
stay there? No?
No, you know, I probably, you know, it's a great thing to gain more followers and stuff like,
Hmm.
I think so, but in all honesty, I'm just not that kind of person. I'm not the will I play the part for, you know, of course, yeah, like I'll play the
Sure.
part of, you know, being in the spotlight. I can do that. You know, I'm okay with it. But honestly, I'm not the, oh my God, look at me, I want all the attention. I'm not that type, honestly. And when I'm out grocery shopping with my kids, yeah, just, I could care less about having that. But when I'm at events and stuff like that, absolutely. Yeah.
All right. Um, how do you handle fear, nerves, or maybe even doubt going into a big fight?
Honestly, I remove the doubt and I think something that's more manifesting and positive. I'm a big advocate for meditation and controlling your mind and being able to rewire your brain from past traumas
Hmm.
and those thoughts. And so I'm actually getting very good at that. And I believe truly with everything that I am that what you put out in this universe and the positivity is what you get back. And I, you know, now, you know, I don't even joke around say anything bad out loud, you know, because no, I'm not going to even joke around because I used to be like, oh yeah, you know, of course, if that's gonna happen, it's gonna happen to me or something like that, and you know, the universe, it would happen, and I'm like, I was
Hmm.
kidding, universe, like I was joking, it was a joke. The universe, like, hold my beer.
Nice.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I just being more positive and believing in yourself and having the team and the family and
Hmm.
to back me that I have now, you know, that if I start doubting myself, they're always there to pick me back up. You know, there's always going to be doubt. We're human. You know, there's always going to be the bad days, the good days in training, but it's what you do with the
Hmm.
doubt in your mind and the thoughts that make all the difference. You know, it's what you do and think.
Gotcha. Um, you were already a star before you won the belt. Now that you won the belt, obviously there's more pressure, there's more eyes, there's more phone calls, there's more interviews. What are you doing now to stay centered and focused?
Honestly, it has been a lot more. You're right. I mean, but the pressure, I don't mind. I'm
Okay.
good under pressure. I strive in chaos. So I honestly I don't mind that part. But yes, the interviews, you know, I have ABC News Channel 8 airing my story tomorrow all day. It's been a lot, but I honestly really appreciate getting my story out there so I can help inspire others. So it's been okay. I mean, it's definitely an adjustment to fit it all into my schedule that's already crazy busy, but it's not too bad. And I would rather it get out there and be out there to inspire others.
Awesome. What's next for the Black Widow? Who or what do you want next in the ring?
Anyone.
Anyone?
Anyone soon, hopefully. I
Cyborg?
honestly, yeah, honestly, yeah. But if you think about it, though, when I beat Cyborg, who's gonna fight me then? if you think about it. And
Yeah.
I will be here. So like yeah, that would be a great
Yeah.
fight. I would love to build the division more though, get more girls in, defend my title and stuff like that. Yeah, absolutely. But
Holly Holm.
yeah, Holly Holm.
There we go.
I would literally any big names, bring them in. Let's
Hmm.
build the division. I'd love to show them the difference between bare knuckle.
Hmm.
So yeah, I'm ready for anything at any time. I train consistently. I stay like I'm in fight camp. It is my life. I love it. I just want to defend my title ASAP.
All right. What legacy do you hope to leave behind in and out of the ring and life?
Honestly, that word legacy, you know,
How
I
do you
get
want to be
it.
remembered?
Yes, yeah,
For
no, I get it. Everyone wants to leave a legacy, you know. I'm more I want to inspire to help others, so I definitely want to leave that mark of where I came from and how I achieved what, the impossible, pretty much. Like people would have looked back on me back in the day and would have never expected me to become who I am. And neither would I have back in the day, you know?
hmm.
Like I'm looking at
Yeah.
me now, I just want to be there as a example for everyone that is maybe stuck in a situation they don't want to be in, that you can change your life and your outcome. You can change it. It's all up to you.
Hmm.
But if you put in the work, you will get the results.
Absolutely. All right. These next questions, we're to the set where I'm going to ask you some goofy stuff you've never been asked before. The point is
Okay.
to make a. I'm sure you know this. Regular people don't view fighters as the same as us. We're not going to get in the ring and do that. There's something different about you. So this is to bridge the gap between professional face smasher and redneck in Arkansas watching this video.
All
All
right.
right. Both in their prime, who wins, Ali or Tyson?
Oh, I'm a Tyson fan. I might be biased, but they're saying that I'm the women's Mike Tyson these days. So I like Tyson. I like his
There we
personality.
go.
He's actually the one that said "fuck legacies." That's
Okay.
just a thing that people came up with, and I resonated with what he said on that. So Tyson.
Okay. Are you more likely to drink coffee or an energy drink?
Oh, I try to stay away from both, to be honest with you. But
Okay.
energy drink, Eye Candy Energy is my sponsor, and those
Okay.
energy drinks are different from all the other ones. I absolutely love them. The cotton candy is fire.
What are they called again?
Eye Candy Energy, they're taking
Okay.
over too. Like man, they're spreading like wildfire. It's awesome
Okay.
because they're just so good.
I'll have to check that out. Favorite animal at the zoo?
Oh, Jaguar. Always been a
Okay.
Jaguar. I love lions, tiger, like all those too, but Jaguar. Something about the Jaguar is just beautiful to me.
Sleek.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Mysterious, but like strategic. I
Mm-hmm.
like them.
Okay. What's the best Rocky movie?
Oh man. The best one's always the first one. When they keep continually making more, I feel like they ruin it. But so we'll just go with the first.
All right. All right. In your bathroom at home, does the toilet paper feed over the roll or behind?
Over. Behind is so wrong. It's so wrong.
I agree. I agree. But
It's
there's
so
those
wrong.
people, so I have to ask.
There is, and I will switch it. If I'm in an establishment or anything, I'm like, no, that's backwards, and it bothers me.
Tony Loco Soto said the exact same thing. He will switch somebody's around for him. That's not right.
I gotta fix it. Maybe it's an OCD thing. I don't know, but I gotta fix it.
Right's right. All
Mhm.
right. Does pineapple belong on pizza?
I didn't used to believe that until my husband actually made me try it, and doesn't seem like it is, but it actually goes very well.
Okay.
And I love pineapple, so.
There we go. What's your favorite workout music?
Oh my God. My coaches will tell you it's the headbanger stuff. And I'm like, I
There
feel
we
like
go.
that's kind of racist because I feel like that's like the normal tattooed, you know, person that you just assume. But honestly, my music is just as bipolar as my personalities. It depends. The shuffle is real. But yeah, I guess for working out, yeah, it probably is rock.
There we go. Makes sense. All right. Are you a dog or cat person?
Dog, 100%, but I have a cat-like personality.
Okay. What kind of dog you got?
I just, you know how cats, they like you to be, cuddly and stuff like that at times,
Mm-hmm.
but then will bite your head off at
Sure.
others. That's
Yeah.
that's kind of like me. I want your attention when I want it, but don't touch me if I
Good to know.
don't.
What I have a few tattoos myself, and you have quite a few more than I do. What is your favorite tattoo you have?
Probably either the one for my son. The year he was born was a tiger. I'm the dragon, and it
Okay.
says "Du bist mir alles," which is "You are my everything" in German. And
All right.
yeah, so either that one or the phoenix on my thigh. The phoenix, rising from the ashes.
Mm-hmm.
That means a lot to me as well. So those two are my top main priorities.
Awesome. Uh, do you prefer phone calls or text?
Text. God, I hate talking on the phone. I hate talking on the phone. And the people that know that I hate talking on the phone, I feel like they call me on purpose and I will watch it ring and text them and be like, can't talk right now. Like, I'm going to say that. I'm going to say I can't talk right now because I don't fucking want to.
Makes
Yeah,
sense.
honestly, it's just text is so much easier when you have a busy schedule to just reply when you can. You don't
Mm-hmm.
have to sit there and talk on the phone. And when you talk on the phone, people just keep talking.
Right.
I'm busy. I don't have time for it.
Oh, that's so funny. All right. What is your biggest superstition?
Oh man, I guess it is now would be like talking to the universe. Like I guess that's some people say it's like a superstition. I I think it's a real thing. I believe in energy. I believe that what you put out there does. I don't know. I guess if you would call that a superstition, but I do believe that some people have more feeling and can tell when something's going to happen than others.
Sure.
I've actually had it happen to me. I was right next to someone and I had like this really bad feeling come over me, like so bad that I was crying. Like it was a strong feeling. That person died in their sleep that night. So
Oh my goodness.
if it didn't happen to me, I probably wouldn't believe it. But I do believe that some people have a higher level of feeling than others.
Sure.
So
More
I don't,
sensitive.
yeah.
All
So
right.
I don't put anything bad out there anymore.
Very good. All right. This next question, I promise you've never been asked. You're on your way to commit a bank robbery, and you got to take two people with you. You need a gunman and a getaway driver. Who are you taking?
Oh man. Yeah, I gotta think about this one. Let me see here. I'm trying to think of the getaway driver. I probably have Will for my gunman,
Okay.
but the getaway driver, man, I gotta think of who's actually good about driving fast. Probably my son, even though he's just getting his learners today. He does
Crash
all
course.
he likes all that stuff. He likes the fast cars. He likes all that
Okay.
stuff. So even though it's probably not a good mom to take your son with you to a bank robbery, but
Okay. That's awesome. All right. What is something that you really enjoy that people maybe don't know about?
oh man, I am an open book, so that people don't know about. Maybe the meditation, but I'm pretty open about that too. Because a lot of people view me as a hothead, I feel like, but I'm not actually. I just don't. I demand respect, and I will like. I don't mind setting people in their place. I have boundaries, and I feel like the more healed you are, the less that you will allow. But let me see. I love anything outdoors.
Okay.
Gage, what's something that people don't know about me that I enjoy doing? I'm asking my son.
Okay.
I know I'm pretty much an open book, so that's kind of hard.
Okay.
He ain't thinking of anything either.
I
Yeah,
have
no.
it in my head that someone told me something about you, and I even tried to go back and find the comment, and I can't. But maybe this is crazy. Does flag football mean anything to you?
Oh, that's coming up. So yeah, I'll be in
Okay, tell
Arkansas.
me about.
I should be
Oh,
in Arkansas June 1st.
oh,
Yeah.
anywhere near Fayetteville?
I have no idea how far
Okay.
away it is. I'll send you all the info. But it's Alma. I don't know how
Al-
far away.
Alma, you're about
Alma,
an hour
Alma.
from me. I will
Oh,
hook you up with whoever you want to bring with you. World champion winning barbecue on me. Let me know.
oh, that's awesome. Yeah, me and my family are actually going all together on this one. So that's fantastic. We'll be
There
out
we
there
go.
probably for a couple days after as well. I'll be doing flag football. I honestly don't enjoy watching football, but I love playing all sports. So
Hmm.
anything outdoors is maybe that's something that people didn't know, but I do enjoy acting. I do enjoy that kind of stuff. I don't put a lot of time into it right now because I'm focused on my career, but I do
Hmm.
enjoy all that. If no one knew that, which I think they kind of did, but it'll be
Okay.
June 1st and it'll be airing on Thriller TV, or they can be there in person because it's like a meet and greet thing too. There's going to be a lot of other celebrities, and it's going to be
Okay.
celebrities against Air Force. So it'll be fun. I'm
That should
excited.
be fun. I feel like Chad Burbank is the one that told me that big face.
Probably, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Which I mean, honestly, I can't tell you the last time I did flag football. Honestly, but hey, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun family trip out there, and I'm getting paid for it. So
Hell yeah. All right. This is your chance. As you know, anyone I talk to on this channel, the goal is to inspire viewers. If you have a message for people who are going to watch this who may be struggling in life, what is that message?
never give up. I mean, I know that's a message that's out there a lot, but honestly, never give up. The bad
Yeah.
times always get better. You are in charge of your life, and it's up
Hmm.
to you to get off your ass and do it. So honestly, I mean, it's all up to you. Nobody can do it
Hmm.
for you. You can't rely on other people, so you need to do the work within you. So the moment you do the work within you, everything else will line up and fall into place.
Accountability is the key to all my problems
Yep.
today.
Accountability. Yeah. And a lot, that's what's wrong with a lot of kids
Hmm.
and people these days, honestly, is accountability and
Yep.
entitlement. Like you
Yep.
expect it to be handed to you instead of you doing the work is freaking
Hmm.
mind blowing to me. It, one of biggest pet peeves is people are entitled and no accountability.
Yep. All right. What is the best way for fans and friends of yours to keep up with you and everything you have going on these days?
All my social media, which is mostly Black Widow Borga, but my Facebook is Jessica Borga, and then in parentheses the Black Widow. All verified pages. There's a lot of fake pages out there. It's driving me nuts, but just the verified ones. You'll see all my stuff. I post daily, so yeah, definitely follow me at all my social media. If you find one of them, it has the link to all my other ones. So and all my sponsors as well, so you get discounts on all their stuff.
If you see Nick Sampson over at HKA, tell him I said what's up.
I love Nick. Nick is he is more than just a spot. He is an
Hmm.
amazing person, amazing friend. He does so
Yep.
much for the fighters, and
Hmm.
it just his heart is pure gold. And I
Yeah.
I I couldn't be happier to be with someone. I was with Hayabusa,
Hmm.
and I honestly there was no even second guess to switch over to him because of who he is.
Yeah. I met Nick about 6 months ago, and he has been nothing but a best friend since the moment we talked until whenever it ends. He's an amazing guy. I just wanted to bring up
That's
Nick.
No, I'm glad you did because he is amazing.
Yeah.
I truly appreciate everything he does. He's just incredible.
Is there anything else you want to share? I'm out of chicken scratch.
No, honestly, just thank you for having me. I appreciate
Hmm.
you guys. You guys put a lot of work into the fighters and everything. So I want to give you guys some credibility and you don't get the I feel like you don't get the kudos that you guys should for how much work you put
Thank
into
you.
building our fan base. So thank you for having me on.
Thank you. It's been a absolute pleasure. I feel like at this point we've talked enough. I consider you a friend. I hope you consider me one as well. I'm serious
Absolutely.
about that barbecue multi-time world championship. I'll hook you guys up with more ribs than you
Yeah,
can eat.
definitely. I'll be there. So, yeah, if you're going to be coming over that way, I would be happy to. Or I
Awesome.
guess, we can try to make it travel to you because, hey, you probably know the area better than me. So if there's somewhere we need to see, you let me know.
There you go. All right, I'll get this uploaded to YouTube. I will send you the very first copy if you want to check it out. And for any reason you don't like it, let me know. I'll take it down.
No, I think it's going to be fantastic.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jessica. I can't wait to talk to you again.
Yeah, same here. Bye.
Bye bye.